Thanks, Bob and Malia. That BYU-Hawaii Chaminade rivalry has been even more exciting this year with two electrifying point guards. The spotlight shines this week on two speedy Californians. When the defending champ BYU-Hawaii Seasiders locked horns with rival Chaminade for an important pacwest contest, you knew it would be a war. But you might not know about the battle of the point guards. At one end, you had Steve Bennett, Stevo to his teammates, the sleek 5'6" point guard who made a name for himself on ESPN at the Maui Invitational in his first 3 games as a Silver Sword. And shadowing him wherever he went was the 5'8" jr.m4v, who received national acclaim himself as a finalist for the Bob Cousy Award last season. Don't take your eyes off Stevo, because he'll go end-to-end faster than you can even blink. Then again, you better watch out for JR2. He'll go right past you and then hurt you with the 3. It was a tit-for-tat unlike any other seen before in the Pac-West. A Stevo assist, then a JR assist. Stevo cuts through a mass of defenders for the layup, only to be answered by JR with a long 3-pointer. Stevo takes the ball from JR, and JR takes it right back. They shadow each other with each step, waiting for the other to make a move. JR even cramps up at one point, and not to be outdone, so does Stevo. The competition between the two is strong, almost uncanny, but the connection they share started years before this battle in McCabe Gym. Glendora, California to be exact, as JUCO teammates at Citrus College.
We backed each other up. Sometimes he would start, sometimes I would start, and we won a state championship together. When I found out he was going to Chaminade, I was happy to have another Citrus owl come out to Hawaii, but it's nothing but love for him. But on the court, just that pure competition, knowing that you had someone on your team.
Oh, me and JR got a great relationship, man. Where we come from, Citrus, junior college, we're there. We learned to compete hard, play hard every single play. And my first year in college, I learned a lot from the dude. We went 35-1 and won the state championship. So, I mean, our chemistry is great. So every time we play each other, we go at each other's head just because we love to compete.
I'll tell you this, Stevo is the reason why I got better as a player. I wasn't as good as him when I came to junior college, but playing against him every day in practice, he's so quick, teaches you how to defend. And the one thing about Stevo that he taught me was he's a great passer. Stevo taught me how to pass the ball real well, and we just fed off each other. That's why we have a state championship.
It's great playing JR because he's an opponent that's very quick, he shoots very well, and he plays hard. You can't beat that. You know, I'm kind of the same way. I might be a little quicker, but I mean, when I play hard and he play hard, it's always a great show.
The battles fought on the court pale in comparison to the struggles Stevo endured just getting to the college ranks.
My journey's been tough for me, man. I done battled through a lot of things, deaths and fights and all type of things. Anything you can imagine, I battled through it, you know, came out. Took me a couple of years to find myself and exactly what I wanted to do, and I ended up here at Chaminade at a great program.
Our coach would literally say, circle up and let us go at it. I mean, there was no fouls called, pushing, fouling. You know, it made us better. And I'm glad to see that he came up for the way he started from. Because, you know, he started off going to prep school, didn't work out, then he came in JC, and a lot of people thought he wasn't going to make it. And I was one of the firm believers saying that, you know, I'm sticking behind him the whole time.
But where I come from, most dudes don't end up playing basketball. I come from a tough area in Los Angeles, and me coming out here is just like one of the greatest accomplishments from that area, man. Everybody's so proud of me, my mom, my family, even my high school coaches, they're just very proud of me.
Even before they step on the court, JR and Stevo turn heads. At 5'8" and 5'6", they are undersized in Division II.
I might be 5'8", but I play like I'm 6'5" all the time. I have that mentality, and he has the same way. We show ourselves in the court. We give up everything to ourselves.
Because most people look at me like, 5'6", dog, you can't be good in basketball. So I feel like I got a lot to prove to a lot of people, in which I really don't. But that's just something I carry on my shoulder. And when I play on the court, a lot of people respect me by the end of the night.
With reigning Pac-West Newcomer of the Year Jet Chang out for the season, and reigning National Player of the Year Lucas Alves still hobbling from an ACL tear, JR has had to take on a larger role for the Seasiders.
My role is to get everyone going, and that's what I've been trying to do the last few games, trying to dish out more assists and get our overall team going, and it shows. we're running better, we're getting better looks, and our bigs are playing better now.
After a long battle between the two competitors, it's only love between friends. Stephen Bennett and jr.m4v. Two exciting players bound together by trials, criticism, and a state championship. These special student athletes make us proud to be the Pac West.